007 First Light just did something no Bond game has done in years. Like, I grew up playing almost every Bond game on the PlayStation 2, think Agent on the Fire, Nightfire, Everything or Nothing, you name it. I know exactly what a good Bond game should feel like, and when I hit the training section in the game, my honest reaction, guys, was holy shit, this game is absolute cinema. Now, to understand why First Light hits the way it does, you need to know what the last 13 years of Bond games actually looked like. Because the contrast is everything, guys. GoldenEye, Nightfire, Agent on the Fire, Everything or Nothing. Growing up, those games were absolutely everything. Fast, stylish, dangerous, fun. Those studios understood exactly what a Bond game should feel like. And then in 2012, 007 Legends dropped and critics absolutely destroyed it. The studio that made it, Eurocom, shut down shortly after. And just like that, Bond disappeared from games for over a decade. Over a freaking decade, guys. There was absolutely nothing Bond related at all. No Bond game worth playing. Every rumor, every announcement, maybe this is the one, but it never was. Until IO Interactive decided to change that.
Well, what are we waiting for?
But here is what makes IO Interactive completely different from every studio that tried before them. And once you understand what they actually bring to the genre, everything about First Light makes perfect sense. IO Interactive built the Hitman series, the modern world of assassination trilogy, games where you feel like you're the smartest person in the room, there's stealth, patience, multiple approaches, reading every environment right. Every mission is a sandbox and the solution is completely yours to find. You can see it directly in First Light 2, climbing through windows, going over ledges, throwing objects as a distraction, eavesdropping on NPCs to open new angles. It's straight up Hitman DNA inside a Bond game. And it works because Bond should feel exactly like that. Calculated, in control, 3 steps ahead of every person in the room. And here is something important that most people aren't talking about. This game is third person. You actually see Bond. You watch him move, watch him carry himself, watch the character develop in front of you. Most Bond games just shove you behind his eyes, just give him a gun and a tuxedo. No character to follow, and IO Interactive lets you watch him become 007 from the ground up. That distinction, guys, matters more than you think. But the Hitman mechanics are only half of the story, because what IO Interactive did with Bond's actual origin, that's what nobody has ever attempted in a Bond game. And that's where this game genuinely got me. Every Bond game before this dropped you into a finished product. And I'm gonna explain what I mean by that. Bond is already 007, already lethal, already untouchable, already walks into every room like he owns it. The story exists just to connect action set pieces, right? IO Interactive did something completely different here. They started from zero. You join MI6 from day one, you see exactly how Bond earns his place in Her Majesty's Secret Service. The training is genuinely cinematic, fighting other 00 candidates, testing his driving under real pressure, getting pushed to every limit, and you watch him find his instincts, you find his recklessness, and find that edge that actually makes him a dangerous operative, right? There's a moment early on where an operator tells him not to rescue his teammates.
Stand down. That's an order.
And Bond just says, I'll take my freaking chances, right?
I'll take those odds.
Bond.
Not told to you, actually shown to you, earned right in front of you. And because this game is third person, you see every bit of it. Watch him carry himself differently as the training builds. Watch his cockiness develop naturally.
And I just chose not to take your advice. No.
IO Interactive gave us the Bond origin story that games never bothered to tell. And they absolutely nailed it, guys. Now look, I have seen a lot of negativity about this game online. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. People on Steam, people on Facebook saying it's not worth it. There's also other social media where people are going absolutely mental on the game. And I am honestly sitting here genuinely confused. Yeah, it's 70 euros. That's steep for a story-driven game. I won't pretend otherwise. If you have the money and you love the Bond franchise, I'd say go and get it. If you're on the fence, wait for a sale. That's my honest take on the price. But the game itself, honestly, here is what I found. Visually, this is absolutely insane. Playing on a 4K OLED screen, yeah guys, it looks way better than the trailer suggested. IO Interactive were absolutely cooking on every freaking level here. The mission design gives you real freedom, multiple approaches, eavesdropping on NPCs, different paths through, you know, you get the drill. That Hitman replayability is genuinely there. The combat, countering, grabs, takedowns, it's solid. Not the most advanced system you'll ever play when it comes to combat. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. It works, it fits Bond, it passes. But if deep combat mechanics are what you're after, yeah guys, this game isn't it. Bond's character throughout is brilliant. The cockiness, the recklessness, it feels earned because you watched him develop it from nothing. And the small moments, the humor, the personality. There's an NPC I dropped something on who said, "You don't look good," like
You didn't look good.
no shit, bro. The driving training Bond goes through, I could pass that in real life. Just watch me, guys. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see me try. So, did IO Interactive pull off something no Bond game has managed in over a decade? Guys, without question, 007 First Light gets Bond. Not just the gadgets, not just the action, the person underneath it all. The journey from a nobody to 007, IO took like, what, 13 years of silence, walked into it with a vision nobody else had, and built something that feels genuine. Like, they love this character on every level. You can see it how they build it. Agent Under Fire on PlayStation 2, that was peak Bond for me back then. First Light is what comes after that area grows up. We waited for over a decade, guys, and it's finally here. IO Interactive, honestly, you've been cooking and it absolutely shows. And look, this is the kind of honest takes I take on games you've been looking for, I hope. So if you're into that, hit subscribe. This is what I do. No hype, no bullshit, just real opinions of what I think about games that are coming out or are already out in the world. I hope to have you around. I'd love to see you in the next video. Take care, stay awesome, have an awesome day, guys.